Hello, algebra students, and welcome back to another video lesson with Mr. G. Today, we're going to continue working on multiplying polynomials, and we're going to expand it a little bit from where in your previous test and parts of this unit, it was a monomial times a bunch of stuff. Now it's going to be binomial types, binomial, trinomial. We're going to start to mix it up a little bit more. Okay. So again, take notes, pause it as much as you need to answer the questions as best as you can. What we learned previously was multiplying, again, a monomial times a polynomial. And so we learned two methods, a box method or the distribute method. And either one of them will still work for what we're going to be doing today. All right, so this monomial 3x on the left-hand side, the x squared here, minus 4x, and a positive 12. And so it's a cross multiplication, right? If I multiply these two, 3 times nothing out there, which is a 1, means 3. X times x squared gives me x to the third. 3 times negative 4 gives me negative 12. The x times the x gives me x squared. And 3 times that 12 would give me 36. The x times, there aren't any more x's over here, so we just make sure we bring that in, and we get 3x to the third minus 12x squared plus 36x. All right. So we can still use our box method. Still going to work for what we're doing today. And same thing with the distributive property. This is just an illustration of what we did over here. 3x times the x squared, 3x to the third. This 3x times the negative 4x is negative 12x squared. And this 3x times the 12 out on the end is 36x. So both methods are acceptable ways to show multiplication. The challenge is going to become, though, that in our new lessons, we're not going to have just a monomial out here. We're going to have binomials, polynomials, trinomials, right? And so as you can see, I now have two terms in front and two terms out back in that second term. So I'm going to have, if I created a box here, I'm going to have a 2 by 2. Sorry, it's a little bit of a crooked box, but that doesn't matter. I'm going to have this 2 by 2 box that shows the multiplications. X and positive 3 we could put on this side, and x with a positive 2 over here. And we're going to do the cross multiplications for all of them, right? So this box is x times x, which is x squared. This box is x times 2, which is 2x. This box is 3 times x, which is 3x. And the last box is 3 times 2, which is a positive 6. And so if I write those all out, I've got x squared plus 2x plus 3x plus 6. But hopefully you notice that when I write those out, I actually have two terms that are like terms. They have the exact same variable, x and x, with no exponent. So we can actually combine those together to get 5x. And I'm going to bring everything else down. X squared plus 5x plus 6. Right, so we can create that box method based on how many terms. The distributive method in distributing will work much in the same way. I'm going to take this x out front times both pieces to the back. And then I'm going to also take this 3 times both pieces in that second polynomial. And so if I follow that, x times x is how I got x squared. This x times the 2 out here is a positive 2x. This 3 times the x is plus 3x. And this 3 times 2 is adding 6. Once again, we've got like terms in here that we can combine. And so I just wanted to illustrate that you can use either method, box method or the distributive method, as long as you remember that you're going to have 4 multiplications in this example, right? The x times both of them, and then the 3 times both of them in that second one. Let's try another one. All right, I want you to try this one on your own. Pause the video and see what you get. Okay, if we're making a box, again, we're going to have a 2 by 2 because I've got 2 terms in the first one and 2 terms in the second one. So a 3x and a positive 4. Or I've got a 2x with a negative 1. All right, and so if I do that, 3x times 2x is 6x squared. 3x times negative 1 is negative 3x. 4 times 2x is 8x. And 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. So that leaves us with a product or an answer of 6x squared minus 3x plus 8x minus 4. But again, notice we've got 2 terms that have just the x. So negative 3x and positive 8x we can combine together because those are indeed like terms. Negative 3x plus 8x leaves me with a positive 5x. And then we've got that minus 4 out on the end. Now, if you did the distribute method, you would get the exact same answer. 3x times this 2x is how we got the 6x squared. 3x times the negative 1 is negative 3x. 4 times 2x is 8x. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. Combine those like terms in the middle. Plus 5x minus 4. So either way, once again, as long as you're doing the right steps, will get you the correct result. All right, so what happens if we have, though, a little bit of a bigger polynomial, which in this case is going to be a trinomial? Okay, you could set up the box again. 2x minus 1 down here. So 2x and a minus 1. That's got 2 terms. And then the x squared, this 3x here, and a 5 here. And you could get, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different results. I'm going to go over to the distribute one. And we would still get the same results in these boxes. I'm going to still distribute, in this case, though, 6 times. So I'm going to start with this one. 2x times x squared. That would be 2x to the third. 2x times 3x is a positive 6x squared. 2x times 5 is a positive 10x. Plus, now we've got negative 1 times x squared, which is negative x squared. Negative 1 times 3x is negative 3x. Negative 1 times 5 is negative 5. So if you use the box method, those would be the 6 results in here. Now we've still got to look for like terms. There aren't any other x cubes, so that's going to just be 2x to the third. Here's an x squared. Here's an x squared. So 6 of them. Take away an x squared gives me 5 of the x squareds. Here's a positive 10x, and here's a negative 3x, so they both have exponents of 1. 10 take away 3 gives me plus 7x. And then the only thing we have left is a negative 5 to bring down. Whoops, negative 5. So again, you'd have 6 multiplications in this one, and then combining those like terms. Now, the last one is the most challenging, right? I've got a trinomial times a trinomial. What I would like you to do is take a minute, pause the video, and again, you can set up either method that you want, box method or distribute, and see what you get for a result. When we get back, you're going to see my answer and work on the screen. All right, I hope you took some time to try that. I used the box method on this one. All right, and I had 3 along the left side, 4x squared minus 2x, positive 6. 3 along the top, 5x squared minus 3x plus 1, which would mean 9 multiplications. All right, and as I multiplied each of those, a couple of boxes to just be careful of. This one in here, negative 2x times negative 3x. Negative times negative is a positive, so 6. X times x is x squared. So just be careful in that one. Now you'll notice that I didn't write down all of the 9 boxes up here and then simplify. One of the things that the box is helpful for is that you'll notice here's the x to the thirds, right? If I look, those are both of these two right here. So you can look at the box to combine them right away. Where the x squareds, these x squareds came from these 3 boxes right in there. And so I could combine those right away. 30 plus 6 plus 4 gives me 40 of them. And then hopefully, you can see that these 20x, negative 20 came from these 2 boxes right in. Oops, not the 6 though. These 2 boxes right here. Okay, and so I combined those like terms at the end. So once again, I'll repeat, it's all about multiplying and going back to the basics. Can you multiply, say a 5x to the 5th times 2x squared? If you can do that, you can multiply these out as long as you know how to combine like terms in the end. If you have any questions, please make sure that you reach out and hit me up. Otherwise, until next time, everyone, stay safe.